Gray Towers is really at its core a very special place. Nothing else like it in the country. My name is Jared Simister. I'm the Interpretive Center Director here at Gray Towers National Historic Site. The home was constructed in the 1880s as a vacation home of James and Mary Pinchot. The house is around 19,000 square feet. And for a lot of visitors, it's a journey of discovery. They don't know exactly what they're getting into, but by the time they leave here, it becomes a special place for them. For a lot of people who work in conservation, though, this is very much a homecoming.
This, for me, is kind of the birthplace of conservation and forestry itself. I'm Christine Cochran. I'm the Public Services Staff Officer at Gray Towers National Historic Site. James Pinchot, Gifford's father, asked him what he wanted to do with his life, and he said, well, why don't you be a forester? There was no forestry before Gifford Pinchot. There were no foresters in America. So he went to Europe and trained in forestry and then came back and started the Yale College of Forestry, and it's just really pretty cool. For somebody that's been with the Forest Service, like I have for 30 years, it's kind of an inspiring place to be.
Our tours are one of the most popular forms of recreation here at Gray Towers. They are meant generally through the first floor of the house, as that is the historically kept portion of the home. And in the summer times, that'll include the gardens and surrounding landscapes. They're a very beautiful way to recreate and escape the heat for a bit. We have our Forest Discovery Trail. It is a half-mile loop trail that takes you through a mature hemlock forest just above the mansion, and that includes a seasonal replica of the Yale Forestry School. And that trail also has a fire tower that was erected in the 19-teens by Gifford Pinchot. Some of the popular features are the towers themselves. Gray Towers does have very French roots. The architect Richard Morris Hunt drew heavy inspiration from a property owned by the Marquis de Lafayette outside of Paris. So when it was time to build Gray Towers, a nod to the Pinchot's French heritage, he chose to have that inspiration very present on the landscape. There's even a bust of the Marquis de Lafayette on the house that looks east towards France. Our other popular landscape features are the finger bowl, the Pinchot family's outdoor dining room table. As far as we are aware, it's the only water table of its kind in North America. All of the food would be served in wooden vessels floating on a pool of water.
Gifford Pinchot will always be the first chief of the Forest Service, and I think as we continue to have new Forest Service staff come through, that it'll continue to inspire and encourage folks to pursue service in public lands.
I certainly think there is kind of a magic. I've heard people call Gray Towers, you know, the Hogwarts of conservation. But for me, the magic is in helping other people discover what's so special about this place. For me personally, I'm actually the only member of my family who doesn't work for the National Park Service, working instead for the U.S. Forest Service. So the conservation story and the conservation legacy that started here at Gray Towers has had a profound impact on me personally. And I really try and share that passion and that love in all the work that we do.